Hi, so today I was in a AI meeting and it was talking about I'm a belonging expert, and one woman would said to me, "I've never met anybody who's a belonging expert." And another woman had asked me, "Well, what does that mean?" And I broke down some of the research I'm doing, and she went, "Wow. You mean you can, wow, that makes complete sense." And wow. Another person talked about, another person was asking me, "Well, how do you do that?" And it was just really interesting to talk to people and really break things down. And people go, "That's how you figured that out." I'm like, "Yeah, people are always telling you who they are and what they need. They also tell you what they're afraid of." And as I was talking to someone who was the speaker there, and I had talked to him about, AI and adding personality modalities to it and things like that. And he says, "Well, people can use it unethically." And I'm looking at him going, "You could use my model unethically if you wanted to. People are doing it all the time. You can't stop someone from doing something unethical. You just can't. I'm going to tell you that right now. You can't stop anyone from doing anything unethical. You could pick up one of my books. You could learn my modality. And you could go, oh, I now have the formula of how to be a really good cult leader. You could pick up other books and learn how to be a cult leader as well. There's tons of information out there that could teach you how to be a cult leader. There's tons of information out there that could teach you how to be a good psychopath. Tons of information out there that could teach you how to be a good dark empath. Tons of information out there that could teach you how to be a good narcissist. Tons of information out there that could teach you how to be a good person who's bipolar, borderline. We have all the descriptors. What it really boils down to is you as an individual, what are you choosing? And how are you going to use that? So as I'm talking to this person who's sitting there going to me, this could really go in a bad way. I looked at him and I said, we could manipulate you right now. Anybody can manipulate anybody. I said, think about this. If I use certain words, I can manipulate you. And the guys are just kind of looking at me. I said, imagine a red apple. I said, I just manipulated you. You're seeing a red apple. Use the word imagine. Use the descriptor, red, and use the object, apple. That's manipulation right there. Storytelling. The right kind of storytelling or doing a story can manipulate people. Why do you think so many brands talk about storytelling? Storytelling has to do with belonging. If you have a really good story, people are going to want to follow that story. They're going to want, because that's part of belonging. People follow stories. So how you choose to use this stuff is really up to you. Are you going to use it for good? Are you going to use it for bad? And if you learn the tools, you can do it any way you want. And even if you don't learn the tools, you can still do it. And then figure out ways. It's harder if you don't know. But some people naturally just figure it out and do it. You see, what it really boils down to is your character. Whether AI is out there, AI is not out there, it's really going to depend on your character and what you're going to do around it. It's going to depend on your integrity. So let's look at this, for example. You could do an AI generation of me, say anything you want. We've already had that happen. We already had someone get in trouble during the election. There was some false AI stuff over Kamala Harris. And there was some conversation around that. People can do it. It's already being done. So my whole point is we are evolving. Things are evolving. And the machines will evolve with us, but how we take care of ourselves, how we align with morals and values is going to depend on how the machines follow. How we treat each other and belonging is going to depend on how the machines follow. It really will. So on that note, I know this is a little more off of what I usually talk about, but I think this is important to talk about. So I hope that this was interesting for you. On that note, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.